Hello everybody, welcome back to Beware the Terrible. Today we have a new deck for you called the Gutter Slush. So let me check the music, it's going fine. So the Gutter Slush features our Vaporeon VMAX with the Bubble Pot attack, allowing you to bring out a Pokemon from your discard pile, any water type Pokemon from your discard pile, and put it directly onto your bench, and then attach 3 water energy cards from your discard pile to that Pokemon. So you get to search for any water type Pokemon. That means we have our Darmanitan VMAX. This is the VMAX card that we are trying to pull out onto our bench within the second turn. By our second turn, we can evolve, attach an energy card. You can even attach a capture to your Vaporeon, but because we need for all 4 water type all 4 water energy cards to our Darmanitan VMAX, we don't actually have that much capture, but capture actually works for your Vaporeon as well, because Vaporeon Max Torrent, we are trying to use this attack as well. Max Torrent does an extra 100 damage, so it does a total of 200 damage for 3 energy costs, and you get to do 200 damage if your opponent has any damage counter on their active Pokemon. So we are obviously hitting all of their Pokemon with at least 30 damage on their bench with our Max Whiteout attack. We have our Telescopic Sight, 3 copies of this card in this deck. That means we actually get to hit 60 damage for each Max Whiteout hit. So if we have our Darmanitan out with our Bubble Pod, we can actually hit all of their Pokemon and then use Max Torrent to collect the knockout on their bench by using a boss order to knock out a VMAX Pokemon. After doing 2 Max Whiteout, you can collect up to 120 damage to their bench VMAX Pokemon with a Telescopic Sight attached to your Darmanitan. If you can't find your Telescopic Sight, that's okay. All you need is 1 hit with Telescopic Sight for 60 damage, and then another without, accumulating up to 90 damage to their bench VMAX Pokemon, and then all you need to do is use a Max Torrent for 200 damage to knock out a V Pokemon. You can't actually knock out a VMAX yet because 290 is not enough, but if you have 2 Telescopic Sight attached to 2 Darmanitan, or if you can do 2 strikes with a single Darmanitan VMAX, we are intending on doing 2 strikes with a single VMAX card because they can't actually knock it out that fast unless they boss order before you do your first hit. But that's okay because we can actually use Bubble Pond more than once. But if they don't, if they actually knock it out before you do your second strike, all you can do is use your Max Torrent over and over and over again. Maybe hit their bench VMAX Pokemon twice with your Max Torrent, doing 400 damage, enough to knock out any VMAX Pokemon. So Max Torrent is very, very powerful. If they play only V cards, no VMAX, then your Max Whiteout is gonna do a lot for your Max Torrent. So this teamwork is perfect. The coordination of these 2 cards is perfect because we are damaging all of their Pokemon with our Max Whiteout and then doing extra damage with Max Torrent. So we also have our Paterpik in this deck. Paterpik allows you to cut off their Crobat Vs. We only have 1 Crobat V in this deck. It also allows you to hit for that Duraludon VMAX. If you have a capture attached to your Vaporeon, you can still attack their Duraludon. You can still damage their Glaceon VMAX as well, and all of their Zamazenta also. So all of those Pokemon with V cards have no ability. So that is a very, very strong point. That is why we need our Paterpik in this deck, because we are playing only VMAX attackers. So we also have our Alistair for the discard. We have Alistair, Milo, and Research, and also Quick Ball to discard our water type energy cards. We also need to discard our Darmanitan VMAX, by the way, because this needs to be in the discard pile to be able to use your Bubble Pod, and also you're attaching energy cards from your discard pile with your Bubble Pod as well to that Darmanitan VMAX. So you need to discard 4 cards on your discard pile to be able to use Bubble Pod for its full effect. And then we have 2 Melanie. Melanie allows you to fast charge your Max Torrent so that you get to hit for 200 damage after using your Whiteout hit, because Whiteout actually doesn't do enough to knock out any of their bench Pokemon, even with a Telescopic Sight on. So you actually need your Max Torrent if your Darmanitan doesn't survive more than 2 hits. So if your Darmanitan actually dies after your first Whiteout hit, then it's not good, but at least you still can use your Max Torrent to attack. But we are intending to try and do at least 2 hits with our Darmanitan VMAX, 2 Max Whiteout to do 400 damage to any VMAX, and then a spread 60 damage or at least 120 damage to all of their bench Pokemon with Telescopic Sight. Obviously, it only works for V cards, but if you actually damage a bench VMAX with 120 damage, and if they don't heal it in time, all you need is a boss order to Max Torrent for 300 total, a total of 320 damage, knocking out a lot of VMAX Pokemons already. 320 is a lot. So Max Torrent actually do a lot. Also, we are actually doing it very fast as well. Darmanitan is a very slow card, but because of Bubble Pod, we actually get to attack very fast with that card. But obviously, if your opponent boss order, if they use a metal type as well, if they boss order and use a Zacian to attack your Darmanitan, then that's super bad, but we can still attack with our Max Tauren. So this is a ice type deck, so if they use a Zacian V, then this that would be obviously very bad for us. But I don't suppose we can't really prepare for a metal type all the time, so this is you know, the main card with this deck is our ice type and also our water type, but we can still attack with Max Tauren if we need to. We don't have Galarian Zigzagoon, so actually our main attacker is actually Darmanitan, so that might not be a strong point. But the reason I don't want Zigzagoon in this deck is because I don't want to be attacking only with Vaporeon. I want to make my main attacker Darmanitan because I love spreading damage. So we have Telescopic Sight in this deck. We also have 2 Marnie, 2 Research, 2 Marnie, 3 Research, and 1 Bird Keeper, 2 Air Balloon, and 1 Escape Rope for the switch, because we need to switch out our Vaporeon to be able to attack with our Darmanitan. Sometimes we may need to switch out Darmanitan so that we get to use Max Tauren and then save that Darmanitan VMAX from being knocked out the next turn or something like that. But they can still use a boss order. We have 4 copies of our Darmanitan VMAX card, 4 copies of our Vaporeon V, and 3 Vaporeon VMAXs in this deck, 1 Crobat, and 2 Alistair, 2 Milo, 3 Research for the discard, and 2 Air Balloons, 1 Sonia, and 4 Evolution Incenses. So that's all for the deck list. Let's go ahead for gameplay. We have 16 basic energy cards and 2 captures as well. So this deck is called the Gutter Slash. Let's go ahead for gameplay. So I hope the music is on for you guys because, yep, I think it is. So first game against a Lightning Dragon type. Could be Rayquaza, could be anything really, but they have a Zera coin. So we are playing a full water type. We are weak towards lightning and metal type. So Vaporeon weak towards lightning. The new water type Sword and Shield no longer weak towards grass type. The old one from Sun and Moon, they are weak towards grass type. But now water type is weak towards lightning. So we got a Melanie to start with. That is not good, but at least we got a triple draw. Triple draw allows you to draw 3 cards with your Vaporeon if you are stuck with a brick hand. Obviously we have a Melanie, but we don't actually have Quick Balls or Alistair to discard. We have a lot of cards to discard, guys. We have Alistair, Milo, Research, no Aurora Energy. I don't like Aurora because you know, they can just fan of waves you. And that extra 1 discard is actually not worth it. I would rather add more Alistairs than having that extra Aurora, which is basically not really that good. So I'm gonna get another Vaporeon here. Don't think I can really do much except drawing cards. Because, well, if they don't Marnie us the next turn, at least we get to Alistair and discard all 3. But we still need 1 more discard though. So we probably are gonna get a Quick Ball at least, or more supporter cards for discard. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Because they didn't use a Marnie. So here comes a Zero Pulse. They may be able to attack right now, but I don't think they can knock us out. They have 2 Flaffies though. So if they have an Air Balloon and another discard, if they have a Quick Ball for a Crobat, then they can do a lot. Okay, thank God they don't have a Quick Ball. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're preparing for the next turn. Oh my gosh, they used Dynamo Motor. I didn't realize they could use another Dynamo Motor. So here comes... Oh, thank God that wasn't an Air Balloon. So they could actually have anything in that 1 card in their hand. But thank God it wasn't an Air Balloon. So we got no Evolution Incense. That is horrible. That is just horrible. What are we gonna do? So we are gonna use Path to the Peak because it actually locks them. It locks their... I'm just gonna use this one. I don't want to bring out too many though, because they're just gonna boss order knock out everything. That gives them extra prize cards, so I'm just gonna attach water here. Maybe retreat the next turn and use Vaporeon VMAX for my Max Whiteout. So I'm gonna draw more cards, prevent that main ability that they are using to draw cards. Hopefully that's not a research on their hand. If they top deck a research, that would be bad as well. But if they don't, then they can't actually use Azure Pulse unless they have another Stormy Mountain. Oh my gosh. They're gonna get a Stormy Mountain now, obviously. And probably an Air Balloon so they can knock us out. We got a VMAX though. Yep, Air Balloon and Stormy Mountain. We got a VMAX. They can't actually attack us. If we have another path, if we can find another path, then that would be great. Because, well, they just drew 3 cards. Oh well. Okay, the first Vaporeon is dead. They can use Escape Rope though to kill our Air Balloon and capture. That extra 1 energy card means everything because you actually get to use Max Torrent for later. But this is not looking good for us because they are like so much faster than us. And they can use their second Azure Pulse now. Peonia is really annoying because it helps your Rayquaza a lot because you actually don't have a lot to discard from your hand. Only 3 cards. So Peonia is super. It's actually the perfect card for your Rayquaza VMAX deck. So they had to discard 3, but they're discarding Lightning, so it doesn't really do much for them. It doesn't really affect them much if they are discarding Lightning energy cards. So we have our Vaporeon VMAX. We got Water energy card as well. I'm just gonna Marnie, I suppose. I don't want to Marnie though because we have yeah, I don't think I want to Marnie because they're just gonna use another Stormy Mountain anyways. I don't think I have a choice though because we have Telescopic Sight. If we don't use a support card, they're just gonna Marnie us the next turn. So let's just use a Marnie. Marnie for Path to the Peak, hopefully. Well played. They seem pretty confident. Not liking their confidence really. But I don't have a choice. I suppose they can knock us out the next turn. Can they? All they need is 4 energy cards. I suppose they can. Yeah, I don't think we can win this one. Just because we were a bit too late in terms of getting out our Darmanitan VMAX. But that's okay, we tried. So they got 3 Flaffies. That means they actually can, you know, charge up to 4 energy on their bench card. But all they need is a switch. If they have a switch, they can attack with the same Rayquaza VMAX, not even requiring another fire energy. So it looks like they're gonna switch. They probably have a Peonia or maybe a Research. So they're gonna switch, retreat, switch to the same Rayquaza VMAX card. They can even use Azure Pulse twice. They have a Crystal Cave as well. A lot of stadium cards to kick out our Path to the Peak. So that's probably their main play here. Playing a lot of stadium cards in their deck so that they get to use Azure Pulse as many times as they can to help them draw a lot of cards. And Peonia is the perfect match. Peonia is just the perfect match here. So we are not gonna win this game, but hi. Trending Saba trending number 1. Hi. Sorry, I forgot to check the chat. Welcome to our channel. Hope you're enjoying the video. Rayquaza VMAX is just totally impossible because it's way too strong. They can knock out a VMAX card in a single turn, but it doesn't look like they're hitting us this turn. But they can knock us out the next turn though if they don't switch. All they need is a switch card, a Bird Keeper. They use their supporter card, so they can't use a Bird Keeper at least. We're just gonna put that Vaporeon. Doesn't look like we can do much. Oh, I shouldn't actually do that, but we can evolve, so no worries there. They're probably going to target our VMAX card anyways. They need 2 knockouts to be able to collect all 4. So might as well just use Max White out here. We really can't win anymore, but I'm just gonna get my Crobat. I'm not gonna research first. If we get something else, like a Melanie, then we may be able to. There we go. I'm just gonna Alistair just to draw more cards. We actually got, at least we got that telescopic sight. That's actually the one that I need to be looking for, but I actually forgot. So we at least hit for 60 plus damage, but they can knock us out. As I said, 1 hit is all they need to knock us out. So Darmanitan VMAX cannot survive a single hit. 1 hit is all it takes. And our VMAX card dies, that means, and they can't even use Crystal Cave. That is horrible. So we need 2 strikes, and we need them on their bench to knock out a Rayquaza VMAX with a 3rd Max Torrent strike. So that is a lot of strikes that we need. That is why I say, if you can't get out your VMAX card, your Darmanitan by your 2nd turn, then that is super bad. We actually had to use triple draw twice. So using triple draw means, you know, you're much slower. If you don't get your supporter card, if you don't get the right one, if you get Melanie to start with, that's super bad. We got Melanie to start with, so I suppose that's the reason. All they need is another air balloon. I don't think we're gonna win this game, but what the hell, let's just go for it, just for kicks. All they need is a boss order, really. They don't really need to do much now. So we're just gonna Marnie them, because they have too many cards in their hand. They can use 2 Azure Pulse, by the way, but we may get a pass to the peak. We didn't. So let's just use that Vaporeon. Let's not. Let's just Bubble Pod. There's no way I can win this game, so might as well just use Bubble Pod. Just because it's a really cool attack. You get to put any Pokemon on your bench directly from your discard pile. A stage 2 Pokemon, Kingdra, you get to put that as well. Deep Sea King ability, Kingdra. But obviously if they boss order knock out your Kingdra, you're gonna have to prepare other Kingdras on your bench. Maybe a basic Horsey, prepare for rare candies, having a lot of stage 2 preparations. It may be an idea, but I don't know. Kingdra doesn't seem like a good match for your Bubble Pod, because if you don't have another Kingdra in play, they're very likely to use a boss order knockout that Kingdra, and you can't do anything anymore. And it's only 3 energy cards that you get to attach. If you don't have a Frostmoth, it doesn't really do much, you know, only 3. And you're passing the turn as well, doing that attachment from the discard pile as well. You need to discard 4 cards. As you saw earlier, it's quite difficult. You need your Alistair. Alistair is the main shining card, because you actually get to discard up to 3 cards from your hand after drawing after drawing the cards. After drawing 3 cards into your hand, then you get to discard 3. So that is like super plus for your Bubble Pod here. The perfect match for your Bubble Pod. That is why I love Alistair, because you get to discard the most. Well, actually you get to discard the most with your research, obviously, but if you don't have the right cards in hand, you can't actually draw and then discard. So I'm not sure what they are waiting for. All they need to do is retreat, and they win the game, basically. So they have 4 is enough. 340 damage with their max burst attack. Rose to do more. I'm just gonna concede here. I'm not gonna let them strike, really. Because they're just buying so much time, delaying so much for no reason, when they can already collect the knockout. So let's go ahead for our second game against a Pikachu deck box. They could be playing anything. They have a metal coin though, so metal coin could be Zacian, V Union, or maybe Corviknight VMAX. You never know. They may be playing a V Union card. So we got a Milo to start with, that is fabulous. We got Evolution Incense as well. If we go second, that would be great. I forgot if I go second or first. Don't actually remember. So we got Vaporeon. Capture Energy as well. I don't think we need Capture though. But if they knock out our active, we can't actually summon another one fast enough because we only have 4 basic Pokemon in this deck. 4 quick balls is not enough, so I suppose Capture is necessary. So they're playing Single Strike. Single Strike is quite dangerous. We do go second. Going second is perfect because we actually get to use Milo and that Evolution Incense to discard our Darmanitan VMAX. Having it in the discard pile on the first turn already, that is fabulous. They have 2 Houndours to prepare for their Single Strike Roar ability onto Urshifu or Tyranitar or even Volcanion or even I don't know, Duraludon. Duraludon is not gonna do much for Duraludon, but they have a metal coin though. They could be playing Duraludon VMAX. So I think we're gonna use Alistair here because Alistair is gonna help us discard even more. Oh, I just got the wrong one. Jeez. Oh my goodness, I got the wrong one. Okay, that was stupid. I just got the wrong one, guys. It's okay. Let's just power through and hope they don't do much to us. So Milo actually helps you draw more cards, but Alistair you get to discard more. So we're gonna use Alistair the next turn. If they Marnie us, we have Quick Balls, Research. We have 4. There's nothing I can do really because I don't know. Internet is supposed to be fine always. This never happens, but I suppose it can happen. So let's go ahead for our third game. The second one was cut off because of the internet. So I suppose this is our second game because that one doesn't count. So all we need to do with this deck is, I'm sorry about that. Something is wrong with this. So I'm just gonna go through the deck again. So make sure you get your Alistairs in time. We have 3 copies of Alistair in this deck and 2 Milos and also 3 Research. So all you need to do is Alistair, get out your Alistair in time. We don't have gears though, so all you can do is hope to get that Alistair, I suppose. If you have your Alistair, you can discard a lot. And we have 4 Incenses, 4 Darmanitan VMAX, so that VMAX card can actually turn up very easily. So you don't need to do much really. All you need to do is discard, and then evolve Bubble Pod and then use your VMAX to attack, find your Telescopic Sight, and then once you've done that, use Max Torrent. Make sure you do make sure you hit as many times with your Darmanitan VMAX as you can. After that, all you need to do is Max Torrent for the win, because if you can't hit enough times, then you can't actually pile up enough damage counters on their bench Pokemon, then you know Max Whiteout is not going to do enough. Then you may have to use another Bubble Pod, which is not good because your second Bubble Pod is gonna waste a turn using your second Bubble Pod. That means it's gonna be super bad for you. You're gonna be super delayed. And passing a single turn is not wise to pass even 1 turn in a standard format game because your opponent can do a lot in a single turn. Crobat, Azure Pulse, all sorts of abilities, supporter cards, boss order, is just crazy the amount of things they can do. Chinchino as well. So we are up against Dragapult VMAX. We got our... So not gonna make any mistake this game. Evolution Incense for Darmanitan. I keep getting my VMAX card with Evolution Incense. So no Crobat. We only have that one Crobat in this deck, so that was unlucky of us. But at least we got to triple draw. Still nothing. So no Crobat means we get to play Path, but playing Path now may be bad for us because we may get Crobat with our price card, and then we may need to use it later. But they may have stadium cards of their own, probably gonna play their Old Cemetery and Horror Energy with their Galarian Zigzagoon, or maybe Sobbles. You never really know what they're what Dragapult is up to. Creepy little Dragapult. Full Scrapper, Crushing Hammer. So it looks like a very what do you call that? Opponent destroying deck. Trying to destroy and sabotage the opponent as much as they can. So it doesn't look like we can do much. If we evolve, that's not gonna help a lot. I don't think they can knock us out. 140 is the max they can do. So I'm just gonna yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I should have charged up my bench one actually and offer that to be knocked out. Okay, they Marnie us. That's actually perfect because we need our supporter cards. We need Milo, Research, something. We need something. No Melanie, please, because we don't need Melanie. Okay, we got Alistair, but no energy cards. We have 16 basic energy, guys. 16. That is a lot of water energy cards. Not sure why we are not getting it. I probably should replace one water energy. Okay, they discarded one. That's great, actually. That's actually great because we don't need one on Vaporeon. That Vaporeon is dying anyways. So we got Alistair. I probably should switch one water energy card for a Capacious Bucket so that we actually get to do much more with that. So I'm just gonna leave one, I suppose. We don't need that many. It may be wise just to discard an extra one so that we at least get to use Melanie if they Marnie us, if we get a Melanie or something like that. 130 is not gonna kill us. So I'm just gonna prepare for the retreat, I suppose. I actually forgot to check that stadium card. 270, I suppose. So leaving us with 50 damage, 50 HP left. 50 HP is not a lot. They can actually boss order and use Max Phantom to knock it out on the bench. So that's bad. That's really bad actually. So even if we retreat, that's gonna be totally useless. Vaporeon is dying for sure. Here comes Max Phantom. Oh my god. Crushing Hammer. We need all three. If we have a Melanie, we don't need that many though, but chances of us getting that Melanie is very, very slim unless they use a Marnie on us. Okay. Definitely should have attached that water energy to my Vaporeon, but I am not that optimistic to get my switch card. We only have 4 switch cards in this deck. So it may be wiser just to prepare for your... I'm just gonna use Marnie. I don't want to waste my supporter cards. Okay. So Darmanitan can do 2 hits, and then all we need to do is charge up our Vaporeon. We didn't get our telescopic side though, so that's not good. If we can do 3 hits with Darmanitan, that would be grand. Because then all we need is, well, they're gonna knock out VMAX. They're gonna get, if they kill Darmanitan, that's it for us. I forgot about that. So 150. That is super bad. I suppose we can boss order. I don't think it's gonna do much though. We need that telescopic sight. We should have used a research just now. Oh my god. Marnie is totally useless. Oh my god, what did we get? Are you serious? Okay, we are not gonna win this one. If we had a telescopic sight, we may win, but there's just no hope of us winning. Now we need to use Vaporeon. But it doesn't look like we can win even if we use this card. Okay, we can't win anymore. All they need is a scoop up net. A scoop up net or another Zigzagoon. Okay, we lost the game. This deck is just too slow, I suppose. We lost to Dragapult, we lost to Rayquaza, but let's just power through. Let's see how strong this deck can be. The limit of this deck is obviously Dragapult and Rayquaza, but we may be able to defeat Duraludon, we may be able to defeat other decks, you know, Rapid Strike maybe, I don't know. Because we didn't get Telescopic Sight. If we got Telescopic Sight, we may do something, but it's not even enough because we are too late actually. All we can do is 2 hits. 2 hits is all we can do. And then all they need is their Zigzagoons. Our Marnie probably helped them too much. So Marnie is really a killer card. It can either help you a lot or it can just screw you over totally. Marnie is the killer card. Got a Melanie to start with, not good again. And they drew so many cards because we only have 5 basic Pokemons and a few could be in the prize card as well. So 1 Crobat and 4 Vaporeon Vs. So nothing we can do but triple draw. Maybe Chinchino could help with the discard as well, but Chinchino is a stage 1 and we don't actually have the space. We actually need a lot of water energy cards in this deck. So no space for that Chinchino because you actually need to wait even longer to use that Chinchino. You need your level balls, you need a lot of things to be able to set up that many basic Pokemons and to evolve that many times on your second turn. But you need to evolve anyways, you need to evolve before using your Bubble Pod, so it may actually be smarter to use Chinchino. So evolving everything on your second turn and then Chinchino for massive discards and massive draws, and then Bubble Pod for the VMAX card. So we can actually use Bubble Pod now. That's great. Finally, we can do it. We have 2 Evolution Incense and Alistair showing up at the right time. But we actually don't have enough discards though. Yeah, but we can Melanie. We can Melanie for that extra energy card. Retreat and use Melanie. I suppose that's all we can do. So we have another energy card attached. Doesn't seem like they can do a lot, so I'm just gonna use Bubble Pod here. So there's no more Viridian Forest, no more Giant Hearth that allows you to discard cards from your hand. So Stadium cards no longer help you with the discard, but we have our Galarian Articuno for the discard. We have Quick Balls. We have what else do we have? Milo, Alistair, we have Zinnia as well. I don't like Zinnia because you are passing the ball to your opponent, you know, giving them the power. If they don't put enough basic Pokemon on their bench, if they don't put enough, if they don't have enough bench Pokemon, then you can't actually draw enough to do much. If they only have that one attacker like a Dracozolt VMAX deck, then you're only drawing one card. Drawing one card, discarding two with your Zinnia, that is quite ridiculous. As opposed to your Milo, Milo is a safe 4 cards. If you discard 2, you get to draw 4. If you discard 1, if you can't afford to discard 2, then at least you can draw 2 cards by discarding any 1 card from your hand. So Milo not only gives you a huge amount of draw, a consistent draw, but it also allows you to choose whether to discard 1 or 2 cards from your hand for 2 cards each. So we got Melanie. I think we're gonna do that because I don't think they can knock us out unless they discard 3 Leons in a single turn and draw 1 Leon. I don't think they can do that. We don't need Telescopic Sight, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna use Melanie. It may not be smart to do that because we just emptied out our Vaporeon there and we have only one more Marnie to spare. Should have attached that Telescopic Sight, but it may be wiser not to because we have a air balloon for the switch. If they don't play Crobats, that Telescopic Sight is not going to do anything. So they play. Did they use a boss order? No, we drew a boss order. My bad. So if they discard 3 Leons in a single turn and use 1 from their hand, they can knock us out with 1 hit. But that is like, I don't know, 1 in a millionth chance. The probability is very slim, but it can happen. You know, it can happen with their Chinchinos as well. I don't think it's that slim because they do have Chinchinos. But they didn't play. There we go. They played Bruno, so they can't knock us out anymore with 1 hit. They need to play Leon. They need to discard 3 and play 1. So that's like 4. They need to have 0 Leons in their prize card. So that actually is, you know, quite a low probability just because they have 6 prize cards remaining. Even with Chinchinos, you know, they need to have no Leons in the prize card. So 150, they can knock us out the next turn very easily. But we actually can kill them now. So that's gonna do a lot for us. So they just conceded because they had no Charmanders on their bench. So we won against Charizard at least. Let's see if we can win against VMAXs or V cards. This deck didn't do actually that badly yesterday. It did quite well, but today, you know, it's doing not that nicely, not as well as I hoped. Against Rayquaza we lost. Against Dragapult we lost as well. Dragapult is super fast, you know, like they can just spread so much damage. 180 damage total with Max Phantom. Only 2 energy cards for 180 damage is a lot. But you can heal it though if you spread damage all the time. If you spread a little damage at a time, especially if it's damage counters without Telescopic Sight, then your opponent can actually heal all of their Pokemon with Crystal Cave, with Cheryl, with Lucky Ice Pop. Tiny healing actually does the trick, you know. Seabolt as well. You don't actually see a lot of Seabolt being played, but Seabolt can be strong. Heal 60 damage from any two of your Rapid Strike Pokemons. So we got no energy card with Milo. Oh my god, we couldn't draw anything, so I suppose we lost the game there. We got no basic Pokemons. We got no... Yeah, we couldn't win that one. Because they had Zacian on their active. We got no other basic Pokemons. So that's the bad thing for this deck. You need your Capture Energy, you need your Quick Balls. If you don't get those cards in time, you can't actually get another Vaporeon. And if we are stuck with only that one Vaporeon, then they can actually win the game by just knocking it out on their second turn. We didn't even get another energy card for the triple draw. So we got a Marnie to start with, that's good. Marnie and a Vaporeon. We got 16 energy cards though. I'm not sure why energy cards is not showing up. Maybe wiser just to switch 1 or 2 energy for Capacious Bucket. I might actually do that. Because we actually don't need that many energy cards. We just need to summon them out, bring them out. That's all we need to do. So we're up against Zacian again. Good. Because at least we may get our comeback now. So we got Air Balloon. Should we put it on the active? They don't have a Bronzor, so they can't attack the next turn at least. Unless they have an energy switch. So I'm just gonna Marnie here. Because if I don't Marnie, they're gonna Marnie me. And triple draw for an Alistair or Milo or something. Because we actually have the perfect hand now. All we need is that Milo or Alistair. Alistair actually does more, but Research is perfect. Research helps us discard everything. But we actually have to sacrifice those 2 supporter cards as well. Let's hope we top deck. If we top deck another Energy or a Vaporeon VMAX, that would be great. But if we top deck another supporter... Okay, they just Marnied us. That's super bad because we got the ideal hand there. Okay, internet is out again. I'm just gonna quickly reconnect now. Just to save it right now. Let's hope it's saved. There we go. Do we have a Crobat in the deck? There we go. We have a Crobat. Okay, we got to attach everything, use everything, and let's hope we get Alistair for the right cards. We don't have... Oh, all we need is energy cards though. We have Darmanitan VMAX already in the discard pile. So now all we need is energy cards and that Alistair. If we have Alistair... Okay, they just disconnected me again. Oh my god, this is annoying. Why does this keep happening? I reconnected. I did. Okay. This is really annoying. Oh my goodness. Alright, we can't use Bubble Pod. So I'm just gonna get my energy card, I suppose. This is really bad. I'm just gonna sacrifice that one Vaporeon. I should have done the other one. Oh, that's stupid. I can't actually think now because my mind is racing towards the internet connection being effed up. This is really annoying. The internet shouldn't be doing this to me. Someone is definitely hacking my internet. Messing with my internet every day. This is just annoying. What's wrong with them? There are some people, like, I don't want to believe that there are, but there are actually some people who would dedicate their lives, like dedicate their entire lives just to ruin people. That is just sad, you know? It's just sad. Like, you don't have anything to look forward to. You don't have anything to focus on but other people. That is just sad. They don't actually care about their own lives. They care about other people's lives so much. They care about making people fail so much. It's just pathetic. So we got one Vaporeon in the discard pile. That's not good. They got 2 prize cards already to start with. But we can't do anything about that. All we need is 2 more discards. If we get Alistair, that would be great. But we got nothing again. Okay, we're just gonna use Melanie here. Doesn't look like we can discard anything at all. So we're just gonna use Vaporeon, I suppose. This is a bit ridiculous because... Okay, the internet is messing up again. Oh my goodness. This is not a good day, guys. This is just not a good day. Not only is the internet messing with me, the game is so bad as well. We got nothing. No Alistair. It's not possible. And the internet again. What the hell is happening here? Oh my god. Some internet access. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm just gonna try and make complaint to the internet people. This is gonna get fixed, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix this. I'm definitely gonna fix this. We lost the game anyway, so there was no debate there. Zacian V, we couldn't win the game, so it didn't affect us at all. That internet did not affect us at all. I don't care what they're trying to do with those annoying... I don't know what's wrong with them. They're just so petty, you know? They're very, very petty. I'm just gonna keep on going here. I don't care. So I just double click on the... Yeah, we're not having a good day, guys. Sorry about this. I'm really, really sorry. I'm trying my best here to stay afloat above the crazy sinking ship. The ship is sinking like crazy, guys. Abort, abort, abort! Jump off the ship. I'm just gonna make some changes to this deck. I'm gonna add one Capacious Bucket and -1 Melanie because we actually don't need Melanie. Melanie actually helps your Max Torrent, but you don't need Max Torrent until later in the game, later on in the game. So I'm gonna switch one Melanie for another Alistair. We actually only have 2 Alistairs in his deck, and 1 Water Energy for Capacious Bucket. Or maybe 2 Capacious Bucket. Should we get 2 Capacious Bucket? I think it's wise to get 2 because we don't actually need 14 energy cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 energy card is enough. 11 with 5 in the prize card, that's good because we don't actually need capture. We don't actually, you know, we don't need to attach all water energy to our Vaporeon. We can actually attach capture to Vaporeon as well. So I suppose 2 Capacious Bucket is wise, because water energy it just doesn't show up that easily. I suppose item card is it's much more easier to turn up in the hand. The next game will be, I'm guessing, another VMAX. Let's hope. The last one was Zacian. So we lost to 2 Zacians. They had a lot of boss orders. They had their Bronzong. They Intrepid Sword for energy way too fast. And the first one we lost because we couldn't get another basic Vaporeon. The second one because we got a bad hand to start with, and they Marnied us. I don't know. I don't think this deck can win a turbo deck because Zacian is super turbo. They are super fast. They don't need to do much. If they are fast, then you can't actually hope to win with this deck because you actually get to summon only on your second turn if you are lucky enough. If you're lucky enough to discard all 4 in your on your second turn, and if you're lucky enough to evolve as well, you need to evolve, you need to attach another energy to your Vaporeon, you need to discard 3 energy cards and 1 Darmanitan VMAX, and then use your Bubble Pod on your second turn, and then on your third turn, then only you get to attack with Max Whiteout, otherwise you can't do much. Whereas with the Frostmoth deck, you probably can attack by your second turn with your Max Whiteout Darmanitan VMAX. Or not, if you can't get enough Crobats, if they play Path to the Peak or something. So we're gonna get another Vaporeon. Should we discard that energy card? I'm pretty confident we're gonna get Capacious Bucket at least. So I'm not gonna play that. I don't think I'm gonna play that. So let's play Crobat and then Path to the Peak them, because we only have that one Crobat in this deck. So Crobat, Peak, Bird Keeper, I suppose, because we want to be drawing as many as we can. And then if they knock us out, at least we have another one, right? In the prize card, in the discard pile. So if we got an Alistair, if they don't Marnie us, and if we get an Alistair, that would be great. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm hoping for a Marnie now. Because we got way too many water now. Not sure why water is showing up so many now. We got no Brunos in this deck, so we can't actually make use of that card. So they didn't use it. If they have another evolution card, if they have another single strike energy in their deck, that would be bad. Okay, here comes the internet. We're gonna be super fast in reconnecting. Come on, we have to reconnect fast. Okay, I'm gonna stay here for a while. Okay, just to make sure everything is perfect. We got no Darmanitan. All we need is that Darmanitan in the discard pile. So looks like we have to use triple draw again. I'm just gonna get another Vaporeon because that one is dying. Triple draw. They discarded 3 cards from our deck though. That's interesting. So I'm just gonna evolve my Vaporeon. The bench one. I don't think they can knock it out. They may be able to. 300 and they may be able to the next turn if they have another 2 single strike energy cards. Oh my god, we got nothing. We got a quick ball. Thank god. Okay, quick ball can help us. If they Marnie us, that would be super bad because we actually need another Darmanitan and another discarder. Okay, it's fine because we actually got a lot more supporter cards for the discard, and we got quick balls as well, and Darmanitan, a lot of Darmanitans. There we go. I'm pretty sure we can do it. If we can't do it by now, that would be like horrible, a big disgrace. It's already the 5th turn, so it's our 3rd turn. We couldn't do it on our 2nd turn, but we can on our 3rd turn. So we're gonna reconnect again real quick. Sorry about this, guys, but I have to reconnect the internet over and over and over, making sure that they don't disconnect us. So this is a day in the life of a targeted individual. If you're not familiar with targeted individuals, they are people who get stalked every day, and it's really annoying, you know. It's just really annoying. We should have used a Melanie. I don't think we have a Melanie though. We discarded it. They discarded it. So don't know what we're gonna do now actually. Should we use that one? We don't have a Melanie though. No more Melanie. I suppose that's why I have 2 Melanies in this deck. Because Melanie actually help you charge up your 2nd Vaporeon VMAX. Because we can't actually rely on only our Darmanitan. Only Darmanitan doesn't do much for you. So we are gonna reconnect again real fast. Keeps happening. There's nothing I can do really except reconnect over and over. So I just reconnected, but I don't think they are reconnecting me. There we go. We got disconnected from the server. I'm not sure what's happening here. So I'm really pissed now. I'm really pissed. They disconnected us over and over. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep going. Don't let anything get to you guys. This is a lesson, you know. This is a lesson. Everything in your life that you are going through is a lesson. Some days you're not gonna have good internet. Some days you're gonna have bad internet. So let's just power through this. Doesn't seem like we could win that game. The last game was quite bad for us because all they need to do is get another single strike energy. They could have it in the prize card though. If they have it in the prize card, our Vaporeon can survive that and can survive another turn, and that allows us to search for that air balloon for the retreat so that we get to use max whiteout to knock out not only the active Tyranitar but also to collect extra damage on their bench Pokemon. If we have the telescopic side, we already discarded one. I think they discarded it with their Tyranitar V's effect. So that the crush attack allows them to discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, and we are down to only two telescopic sides left in the deck. But if we get it in time, we can actually hit for a Crobat V knockout with 2 more max whiteouts. But obviously we can't actually survive that long with our Darmanitan, so we actually have to retreat after doing 2 hits and then use Vaporeon Boss Order for the knockout hit. So 2 hits is enough to knock out 2 Tyranitars, and you know, Boss Order for the last one. Boss Order Max Torrent. So we're gonna race with the hackers. They're hacking our internet. We're gonna race with the hackers. If they disconnect us, we have to quickly reconnect. We have to drop everything. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Like, if whatever I'm saying, I'm just gonna drop whatever I talk. I'm just gonna drop whatever topic that I'm on, and then straight away reconnect the internet. So I'm gonna be super fast. There's no way they can defeat me. There's no way they can defeat me. Because I already know. I already know that they're gonna do that. There's no way they can defeat me. I know what they're up to now. So we got all full discards on the first turn. That's perfect. All we need is to evolve our Vaporeon, because we got full discards in the first turn already. That is perfect. Finally. Capacious Bucket helped us there. Capacious Bucket was a big help, but it doesn't seem like we're up against a competitive deck because they are playing Drampa and Inteleon. Could be a Melanie. No, I don't think they're playing Melanie because Melanie doesn't work for non-V cards. So I have my hand ready to reconnect already. I'm like super ready. I'm gonna like cut my limb off if I miss this disconnection. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna make sure I reconnect. If they disconnect me, I'm definitely gonna reconnect. No matter what. No matter what, guys. No matter what. So here comes that one. We're just gonna do that. We have a lot of water energy cards to spare anyway, so might as well do that. We have a capture for another Vaporeon. We're gonna get that one. Five. We can use a Melanie, but we don't need to use that many Melanies. We only have that one Melanie in this deck, so here comes Sobble, Drizzle, Sobble, Inteleon. I'm gonna go for 3 games. I don't care because the last few games we got disconnected a lot of times, so I'm just gonna go for a lot more games for this deck. Maybe pull it out to 2 hours because this video is just disrupted, completely disrupted because of the internet connection. So I'm just gonna pull this out to 2 hours just to spite those who ruined my internet connection. Those people who try to destroy my internet connection. Don't know whether it's spirits or actual real life people or just bad luck or whatever, but I'm just gonna spite that entity that is whatever thing is responsible for the bad internet connection. I may even pull this out to 3 hours, who knows? 5 hours, let's do 5 hours, guys. 10 hours, should we do 10 hours? So here comes Darmanitan. We're gonna evolve our Vaporeons. Pretty sure they don't have Glaceon or Zamazenta in this deck. But it's always good to be prepared. We got... I don't want to do that though. Let's see if we can get an air balloon with our Melanie. So we got nothing with Melanie. That is disappointing. I don't want to escape rope because that's gonna give them the advantage. So they're gonna drizzle anyways. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna escape rope. Okay. So they're being very pesky. They are... Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I made a mistake here. I forgot I need another energy card. Oh dear. Sorry guys. I forgot I need 4 energies on Darmanitan. There's no way I can win that. There's no way I can win that. Because they are doing 160 damage every turn. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is a really bad day for us, but it's okay. We got 2 good days in a row before this, so I suppose it makes sense. We can't have good days every day, I suppose. We better be winning this one. We only won 1 game with this deck. This is just horrible. We won Charizard at least. Charizard. Oh, this is horrible. I'm not gonna Marnie because Marnie is just gonna destroy me. I just know it. Telescopic sight keeps showing up at the wrong time. It's just real annoying. So we got to discard 1, 2 at least. And no Capacious Bucket. Bad thing about Capacious Bucket is that you may actually draw Capacious Bucket with your Alistair. I suppose that's why I had that many basic energy cards to begin with. But right now, as of now, we have already replaced those energy cards with Capacious Bucket. We have 2 Capacious Buckets now, and 1 Melanie, and I think 14 basic energy cards. Yep, 14 basic energy cards in this deck. But if you have it in your hand already, you can use a Milo, you can use your Alistair. Alistair, we actually have 3 copies of that card in this deck. Just because it allows you to, you know, discard much more. Discard much more than your Milo. So we got 2 energy cards. I think I'm just gonna use a research here. Don't think I can do anything else. 200 damage can actually knock us out because we are weak towards lightning type. Not sure if I should have evolved that one because they can just Zigzagoon and knock us out. We have no choice but to discard everything. Marnie would have helped us, but I don't think they have a good hand just because they are drawing so much already. So we already used the Crobat. I'm just gonna attach to my bench Vaporeon. We should have attached that capture actually. Oh, we're gonna reconnect now. We're gonna reconnect now, guys. Come on, reconnect. Okay, reconnected. Great. We should have attached that capture just because Darmanitan actually needs that one more energy card. So if they knock us out the next turn, we are done for. I didn't think it through. I should have think it through. I should have thought it through. Bad thing about being against a one price deck is that if they play your weakness, you're completely screwed because you're taking one price at a time. All they need is one hit to do double the damage, one hit to knock out a VMAX. That is crazy. So if they have a rare candy Luxray, all they need is a rare candy Luxray, an energy card, and a Zigzagoon. They don't even need a Zigzagoon because they used their rare kick just now. This is horrible. I think we may need to use triple draw. This is a bit ridiculous because it may actually be smarter to have a few energy switch in this deck. I don't know. They have a Chinchino in play. That Shings looks a bit old. That's from Battle Styles and that's from Rebel Clash. So we got a boss order but nothing. We got nothing. No energy card. So I suppose we have to use Vaporeon now. That was very stupid of me. Sorry about that, guys. We have to use triple draw because we are stuck with a dead hand. And we actually can't retreat because we have no air balloon. We can't attach air balloon to that thing because we just used... Oh my god, this is horrible. This is horrible. We're giving them so many turns. Yeah, I'm gonna try to win this game, but it doesn't look really promising because we did so much, we made so many mistakes. I made so many mistakes, but oh well. So at least we got our energy card. I'm not gonna expect Milo to give me a water energy card. I'm not that optimistic. If they use a fan of waves on us, we are dead. We have to wait 2 more turns. I don't think we have a Melanie anymore. Oh, we have a Melanie still. So Path to the Peak is gonna help us because we have no abilities. Vaporeon VMAX, Darmanitan has no ability. Crobat, we already used it. We only have that one Crobat in this deck. So this is gonna be my second win. I'm very confident about this. Even if it's not, I don't care. I'm gonna make it my second win. Not sure how, but I'm just gonna make it my second win. Okay, we got a boss order. We got to discard that capture. If we got... we don't have a VMAX anyway, so I'm just gonna do it. So retreat and boss order. We got a lot of made a lot of mistakes, got delayed a bunch, but I suppose we can't do anything about it. We have air balloons still, so may actually be smart to not attach that tool card yet. So they conceded. Okay, that's great. Thank God. For second win with our Darmanitan VMAX deck. Gutter Slush doing really good. We fought the internet disconnection and we won. So internet disconnected and we reconnected in time and everything was perfect. So Melanie to start with is always bad, but we are gonna reshuffle and draw a mulligan because we got no basic Pokemon. We only have 5 basic Pokemons in his deck, 4 Vaporeon Vs and that 1 Crobat. I actually made um, a different deck list the other day. I think it was yesterday, quite earlier yesterday. Um, I had Cast Form in that deck. So Cast Form has 0 retreat cost. That means you actually get to freely retreat if you have it as your first active. If you are stuck with a Cast Form as your first active, you can't attack with that thing. Obviously, it's 2 energy attack cost with your Rain Splash, Water Cast Form, Rainy form. Obviously, I want the Rainy form because Vaporeon is Water type, but we are playing Ice type as well. But I don't like the Snowy form just because you need 3 energy cards to attack. Rain Splash does 20 as well. We have Telescopic Sight to all of their Pokemon, so it actually fits really well. If you can't do anything, you can at least use your Rain Splash, but Rain Splash, you know, it may actually not do anything at all because you need 2 energy cards. So that's why I don't have any Cast Form, just because I want to make it mainly Vaporeon, only Vaporeon. So we got nothing to start with. If we get an Alistair with Crobat, that would be great, but I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much from that Crobat. We got nothing as expected. So I'm just gonna do that one. Clefable. It's a very... Oh, they are using a Hatterene. A Hatterene deck. That's interesting. We got no supporter cards. Wow. Let's hope they Marnius. So Hatterene could be the Witch's Rondo, or the Hazard Sensor, or the Mine Hat ability Hatterene Rebel Clash, if I'm not mistaken. Mine Hat, that is the Dripping Grudge. Dripping Grudge is the most difficult Hatterene to pull off. If you have your Inteleon Drizzile, it may actually help you a lot with the discards, but as of now, I don't think there's enough Pokemon to help you discard your bench or discard your deck or your hand fast enough for your Hatterene's Dripping Grudge to do enough damage for a 1-hit knockout or even a 2-hit knockout. And it's a stage 2 as well, so it's not gonna do a lot, you know. Stage 2 Pokemons are not good in that sense. Because you already need so many Hatenas, Hetrams, and your Hatterene on your bench and in play. That actually means you can't have that many Pokemons in your discard pile, so Dripping Grudge is so much more confined in that sense. Stage 2 with that attack doesn't actually do much. If you have your Spiritomb does the same attack for a basic Pokemon, but it requires 2 energy costs though. You need your Dark Energy and a Colorless Energy to be able to use that attack. For the same effect, put 1 damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon for each Pokemon in your discard pile. So what are we gonna do here? I think I'm just gonna prepare that. It doesn't look like they can attack. They can't knock us out. They definitely can't knock us out the next turn. So I'm just gonna evolve one. Keep the other, I suppose. Play the path and draw 2 energy cards just to compress the deck. We don't need any more energy discards. Oh, we actually need it. Wow, we actually need it. So if they Marnius, that's bad. But at least we got Alistair, finally. If they Marnius, that would be bad. But we have a lot more supporter cards to discard. We have Research, Milo. So if they Marnius, we are definitely going to get those cards. 3 more Darmanitan VMAXs in the deck. We have 4 VMAX. And 3 Vaporeon. So here comes Sonia for... Finally, they got out their attackers. So that is their attacker. We have to discard our hand now because they're playing Alakazam. Mind Ruler does a lot for each card in your opponent's hand. And now they are drawing a lot of cards with their Crobat. Crobat helps them draw, and Hatterene helps them discard as well. Hatterene and your Alakazam is a good combo because you are forcing your opponent to discard a lot of cards from their hand. That means they're probably going to use Research or something to replenish their hand to be able to get out the cards that they need, and to be able to do that, they're probably gonna have a lot of cards on your hand passing the turn, allowing you to do a lot of damage with your Mind Ruler. So either forcing them to have a very bad hand and passing the turn doing nothing, or forcing them to search for more cards and doing more damage with your Mind Ruler. That's an interesting strategy, but I don't think it's that powerful, because even if you use a research, your opponent is very likely to, you know, use up the cards that they have on their hand, essentially passing the turn having only few cards for your Mind Ruler to do very little damage. So we got another Vaporeon VMAX. I think we're gonna discard something. We're just gonna get that one. If they Marnie us, that would be great, because we're gonna compress the deck even more. We're gonna discard that one, get another Vaporeon, and then attach that one. Should we put that one, because they are doing a lot of damage to us? I don't think we should, because they can just boss order knock it out. So let's just do that. So Max Torrent is ready to go. They can't knock us out the next turn. It's just as well that we are up against a mild deck, because this deck is actually not good against super fast deck like Zacian or Eternatus VMAX. If you're up against those decks, this deck is not good, I'm sorry to say, because you actually need a lot to set up. You need to discard so many cards. It's actually not that difficult to do. It's not that difficult to use your Bubble Pot on your second turn, but it is quite difficult to win the game with your Max Whiteout and Max Torrent, just because you are only attacking on your third turn. You can only attack on your third turn if they don't Crushing Hammer you. If they Crushing Hammer, you need to find that one Melanie. We only have that one Melanie in this deck, so we need 4 energy cards to be able to pull off this attack, and we need that Air Balloon to be able to retreat on our second turn. Otherwise, we're gonna have to zero back our energy cards on our Vaporeon VMAX, essentially doing essentially forcing us to recharge it with energy to be able to use that Max Torrent again. So we may even need to charge up another new a fresh new Vaporeon, just because that active may actually get damaged and, you know, can actually be knocked out the next turn with the boss order or something like that. So it's actually wiser to prepare the next Vaporeon after you pull out your Darmanitan VMAX from the discard pile. So here comes Darmanitan. 200 damage is enough to knock out that Alakazam, so I'm glad to say that that actually did something. I'm gonna use Marnie just to reduce our hand. It actually doesn't do much reducing our hand. Oh my gosh, we got 5 supporter cards. That is crazy. But they can't attack with Alakazam the next turn unless they have a Raihan and a switch. Okay, they have a Witch's Rondo, I think. Witch's Rondo Hatterene. Or is it a Hazard Sensor? Witch Rondo. So it's the old Metagross card from X and Y. Metagross XY has the same effect. It's basically the Guzma effect. Oh no, the Escape Rope effect. So once you're on a turn, you may switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So I suppose it's the reverse Escape Rope effect, because you actually switch your active Pokemon first. If you choose to use this ability, then you have to switch your Pokemon first before your opponent switches their Pokemon. Whereas with Escape Rope, you have to force your opponent to do the switch first. So Lunar Blessing. Lunar Blessing allows them to heal 20 damage and recover from a special condition from any one of their Pokemon, from their active Pokemon that has any psychic energy attached to them. So it only works on their active Pokemon, and they need to have a psychic energy attached to it. That's quite restricting. Psychic, 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, Escape Rope, could it help us? I can't believe Psychic did that much. So I think I'm just gonna Bird Keeper. Yeah, I'm just gonna Bird Keeper here. Prepare my next Vaporeon. May actually be wiser to use my Darmanitan just because that thing is... Blissey is actually much... Oh my gosh, I should have used... Definitely should have used Darmanitan, that was quite stupid. But they can't knock me out the next turn, so... Oh well. Darmanitan is precious, I suppose that's why I'm protecting it. If they boss order knock out my Darmanitan, that would be bad, but they are only doing 70 damage. If they have a turbo patch, that would be bad. Because 110, 3 energy is all they need. Indeedee. Okay, Indeedee actually helps them against our Max Torrent. Indeedee and Lunar Blessing. Oh my gosh, how did it come to this? How did it come to this? It is so bad. We're gonna kill the Indeedee, because that's gonna drop us down to... I think we're gonna kill the Gardevoir. Oh, we can't actually kill the Gardevoir, because we have an escape rope. If we have an escape rope, that actually seals the game. So I'm just gonna do that. If we kill the Indeedee, we got 2 prize cards, and all we need is 1 more knockout, boss order, sorry, escape rope, anything, and we got the knockout, because that is actually dying. Everything is dying except for the Gardevoir. If it evolves, they're probably gonna attack with the Gardevoir. Otherwise, Max Torrent is gonna kill them. They can't hit 2 Pokemon at the same time. All they need is 40 damage on our bench Pokemon and 90 on the active, but they can't do it on the same turn because Psychic type doesn't actually get to, unless they have a Dragapult, but they can't have a VMAX in a single turn, so there's no possible way they can do it. Unless they have a Zigzagoon and like 4 Scoop Up Nets, 3 Scoop Up Nets. Or if they Marnius. If they Marnius, that's actually bad as well, because Lunar Blessing. So we can't actually knock out the Blissey because of Lunar Blessing. But we can knock out the Gardevoir VMAX, the Gardevoir V, my bad, just because it haven't evolved yet, so that's actually good for us. So we are just gonna use Escape Rope now and collect the win. They're probably gonna concede because we have 1 prize card left. Okay, we won against a Psychic box deck. A Psychic box deck with like a Fairy box deck, more like, with Lunar Blessing, Gardevoir VMAX, Indeedee, but they also have that Hatterene. It's quite interesting. They have Hatterene, Chimecho, and I can't remember what other cards they have. But Hatterene is weird because that's a stage 2 Pokemon. You can't actually afford to have a stage 2 unless the ability is super strong. Hatterene is not a good ability really. Witch's Rondo. It may be good though because it is an escape rope effect. It's a free escape rope every turn. So it may be good if you're playing a card that actually hit their bench or something like that. It's an automatic Fion. You know, an automatic Fion every turn, and you don't have to put that card at the bottom of your deck. As opposed to that Whirlpool Suction ability. Whirlpool Suction is no longer standard, so you still get to play that in the theme format though, so that's good. Here comes Suicune Frostmoth. Let's hope we can draw out enough of our evolution cards and energy so that we get to discard with Alistair. Alright, at least we got to do 1. We got to do 2 discards at least. If we got another energy card, that would be grand. Okay, whoa, we got so many energy cards. Okay, all we need is 1 more energy. Oh, we got it. We got a Quick Ball. Okay, that's perfect. We actually got everything. So we have definitely have to prepare that bench Vaporeon just in case they put like 5 bench Pokemon on their next turn and knock us out with one hit. I don't think they can though. Blizzard Rondo doesn't do much. So we have Witch Rondo and now we have Blizzard Rondo. Blizzard Rondo does only 20 plus damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponents. So they can do up to 220 for all if both players have 5 bench Pokemon. If we have a Sky Field. If you have a Sky Field, you can actually do more, but Sky Field is not standard. Sky Field is expanded, so the max they can do is 220 damage, but they can't knock us out this turn because we have 3 spots free and they can't actually use Summoning Horn to put extra Pokemons on our bench because we have no basic Pokemon in the discard pile. So I'm probably talking too much. Let's focus on the game. Remember to prepare for that symbol. I should probably reward you guys if you guys spot that symbol. Spot that internet disconnector symbol. Spot that symbol. Spot that symbol. It's so funny because they keep disconnecting us all the time, so we have to spot it, otherwise we're gonna be screwed. So I'm just gonna get another Vaporeon because they are killing us like mad. I don't think we need to though. Do we need to? Because we have actually one more. We need a VMAX card, so we got a VMAX. We got Energy and Telescopic Sight. We don't need to draw anymore. If they Marnie us, that would be bad, but oh well. So Vaporeon, Bubble Pod. Might have been wiser to evolve another one on the bench, you know. And then retreat attack with the new Vaporeon. That's actually smarter because now they can just knock us out with their Ice Rider for a lot of price cards. Yeah, that was not smart. Yeah, I should have thought a bit longer before evolving that because now, oh thank God. Thank God they don't have a Frostmoth. All they need is a Frostmoth and that extra 1 energy card. So they conceded probably because they have a bad hand. Thank God, really. I don't care. We have a win. We have a win there against Ice Rider Calyrex. Bye-bye, Ice Rider. Resker Kemet. Resker Kemet? Reskar Kamat. We got Vaporeon, we got Research, we got everything. Wow, if we go second, that would be grand. I can't remember if we go first or second. I always forget to focus on the coin flips. We're up against Trevenant, and we go second. That means we can actually do the full discard in our first turn. That is grand, grand, grand. Trevenant VMAX. Missing in the forest. That's pretty confident because they just got their evolution card on their first turn. Expecting us not to use a Marnie already, that is pretty optimistic of them. If Research doesn't get us an energy or another basic Pokemon, we may be screwed, but I don't think they can knock us out with one hit. Trevenant doesn't do enough. Blissey. Trevenant and Blissey. I don't think that's a smart combo. Okay, internet disconnector. Internet just reconnected on its own. That's weird. Oh well. So we're gonna use Research. I don't care. At least we got the full thing on the discard pile. And we even got our Alistair supporter card. If they use a Marnie, that's good because we at least get to fish out more supporter cards into our hand. But if they don't, it's still fine because Alistair helps us draw 3 cards. Okay, no Marnie, thank God. Oh my god, missing in the forest, can it kill us? Thank God we did discard that many support cards. 120, missing in the forest. We just discarded Melanie. So if we were weak against grass type, we would be dead by now. But thank God, the new water type from Sword and Shield is weak towards lightning type. So they can't knock us out if we evolve now. So we're just gonna evolve. We can't do anything else anyways. So here comes Alistair. We're gonna discard 2 Darmanitans. Get out more Vaporeons, I suppose. Let's just get Darmanitan. We may actually be destroying ourselves because we need our Crobat now. Oh well. I don't think we need that Capacious Bucket or energy cards. Oh my gosh, we have quite little energy cards in the deck. Just gonna get 1 and Bubble Pod. So if we get Air Balloon the next turn, we can still attack with Vaporeon after we exhausted our Darmanitan VMAX. If they don't boss order us. Or they may even use a Leon. You never know what they have in their deck. If they use a Leon, they can knock us out right now with Max Forest. Oh, Max Tree, my bad. Max Tree. That is the most ugly name ever. The ugliest name ever for a G-Max attack. Max Tree. So I'm gonna pull this out to 2 hours, as I said, at least 2 hours, because I'm not satisfied with the amount of internet disconnection that I got early on in this video. It is just madness. It's not cool. It's not cool to play with internet disconnection. So I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna keep checking, making sure my internet is connected properly as I play this game. So always remember to attach to your Darmanitan after using Bubble Pod, because you actually need 4 energies. You actually need 4 energies to be able to put it off. So we actually got, oh my gosh, missing in the forest is really bad for us now, because they can actually kill us. I don't know what to do now. We can't use too many supporter cards. Oh my god, this is so bad. I think I'm just gonna boss order the Blissey because they need 2 more energy for the retreat. So let's hope they don't get their switch cards in time. Then at least we get to stall a bit longer before they knock out our VMAX card. They're probably gonna have like Bird Keepers or switch. If they don't though, then we at least get another turn. Okay, they are finding their switch card. They're doing 200 damage with their missing in the forest. That is crazy. Missing in the forest is madness. I'm gonna make a deck from this card next. Super interesting. So here comes Blissey. They are forcing us to hit Blissey because they're charging up their Blissey. We got that one. And we also got Evolution Incense. Let's hope we get Telescopic Sight. We actually need a lot more. Telescopic Sight and Escape Rope. I'm just gonna discard my Evolution Incense. Don't need that anymore. What are we gonna do here? I think I'm just gonna bubble pot again. I don't think they have a boss order. They need 2 boss orders though. I think I'm just gonna buy even more time. Is that wise though? Max Torrent is not gonna do anything though. So let's just try it. Let's just try it. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna try it. Let's get our second Darmanitan. This is a bit crazy, but oh well. This is a crazy deck to begin with anyways. They're playing Blissey and Shyvana. Not sure if it's a good... Not sure if it's that good a combo. I'm not sure how Blissey is gonna force you to use your supporter cards. But it looks like we already did the job for them. They don't even need to use anything. They don't even need their Spirit Musk. Spirit Musk to force us to discard our supporter card. A random card from our hand. So they retreat it with 4 energy retreat cost. Missing in the forest. Oh, it actually knocked us out. Wow, that's crazy. So now all they need is a boss order. Ooh, that is painful. We have no telescopic sight. All we need is that 1 telescopic sight. We can't even knock it out. Wow. That's horrible. But the next turn, if they don't knock us out the next turn, we can actually collect all 6 prize cards. They're gonna boss order though. All they need is 1 boss order. If they don't boss order, we can actually knock out everything. Wow. The Chinchino, the Blissey, and that Shyvana. So they're gonna have to retreat now. They're gonna have to evolve and retreat and attack if they don't get their boss order. If we get our boss order, that would be great. 60 is actually not enough, so I don't think we can do it this turn. We may actually need to do that Darmanitan thing again. Which is ridiculous, really. So they are thinking which one to discard. Probably the Vaporeon. Because they're gonna kill us anyways. They can't retreat though. They need their air balloon or a switch card. Yeah, they need their switch card. I suppose they're looking for their switch card, eyeing that switch card. They didn't use their boss order because they couldn't find it. 2 boss order down though. If they don't have any more boss orders, we may actually use Bubble Pot again. Sounds silly, but I don't know. It may actually be smarter to do. Oh my god. They actually discarded 2? We have to use Bubble Pot now. We have to use Bubble Pot now. Because they got lucky with their Crushing Hammer. No more hammers though. So we have to use Bubble Pot again. Oh my god, this is a really funny game. So they just attacked us and reduced our energy card. So we are we are faring very badly here. But at least we get to use a Marnie. Marnie may actually destroy us, but I don't care. We have to use a Marnie. We need another energy card though. I don't think we have energy cards anymore in the deck. Do we have energy cards? I think they got their boss order. They're saying well played, so I think they got their boss order. So we got 4 energy cards in the deck. I'm just gonna discard Vaporeon, get another Vaporeon, get that one. Oh, we actually don't have anything. This is ridiculous. We almost did it though. We almost did a full swipe knockout, which is crazy. If we could do it, I would be super happy. but I don't think we can. Our third bubble pod. At least we got 3 bubble pods in a game. That's interesting. 3 bubble pods in a game. Not a lot of people could do that. They're just waiting. Well played. Heartbreak. They're just gonna wait, pull out the game until the very last second where they just use their boss order. I know they have it in their hand. I know they have it. They're just waiting to use it. I know they have it. They're just waiting. Oh my gosh, they don't have it. Okay, we got a research at least. I don't think we can even win with a research. If we have a escape rope, no, escape rope is not gonna help us either. So I think they had a boss order, but they passed the turn knowing that we're gonna use a research. Yeah, we couldn't even win because that's enough. That's 8 supporter cards. 8 supporter cards is enough to knock us out with 1 hit. Yeah, we lost the game. Because 8 times 4, missing in the forest does 320. For 8 supporter cards in our discard pile, that's enough to knock out with 1 hit our Darmanitan VMAX. But we actually use 3, we use so many times though. We use our max whiteout so many times, bubble pod so many times. I'm very happy. That game was quite fun. Yeah, I think they definitely have a boss order in their hand, but they're just dragging it out, knowing that we need that research for the energy card. We probably shouldn't have used a research because we actually can't use a research. But if we don't, we're probably not gonna get that energy card anyways. We may be able to do it again though. Stall again. You know, by retreating again and getting out another Darmanitan, the 4th one. That would be interesting though. That would be like super interesting. 1, 2, 3. We got a capacious bucket. Got everything in hand. That's super good. I don't think they have... I don't want to draw though. Should we draw? I don't think they have Crobats in their deck. They're definitely gonna use a Marnie, 100%, 1000% Marnie. There we go, Marnie! Yay! Marnie! Everybody use a Marnie! They're playing a bloody lightning type. Oh, we got Alistair. Perfect. Yay, we got Alistair. We got Alistair. Wait, we have a Darmanitan, right? Yep. Okay. Double evolution? Single evolution? I think single is enough. Because they can actually knock us out with 1 hit. So I don't want to evolve that many to give them that much advantage. Should we do 2? I think 1 is enough. So put 1 on the bench. Capacious bucket, I suppose. Okay, Darmanitan can survive 2 hits because it's an ice type, it's not a water type. So it's good to have 2 different types with the same symbol because you're actually weak towards 2 separate types. That means if they play only a single type, you can actually avoid 1 hit knockout with your double damage that they do. Max this. Oh my god. 50 damage. 180 only though. That's not enough. So we have to attach to Darmanitan. Important to note. I keep forgetting. Because we already attached 3, but that is still not enough. So should we put that Vaporeon? I don't think we should. So one more hit and Morpeko VMAX is dead, but they just need a Flaffy. If they have a Flaffy this turn, they can use Morpeko again. They are playing our weakness, so that's not really fair. They need 2 more hits to knock out the VMAX, the active VMAX, and then we're dead. Thunder Shock. All they need is a Flaffy, really. Electro Wheel can actually knock us out after our second hit. Yeah, we can't win this game. There's no possible way we can win this game. They knock us out with 1 hit, you know, they use their weakness. They use our weakness, so it wasn't fair in that sense because we were weak against Lightning type. $40 is not enough though. So I'm just gonna use... I think I'm gonna use Birdkeeper. So Birdkeeper and attach energy to that one. And then white out. So I think they attached to that one just to prepare for the retreat. Because that is actually 1 energy retreat cost. So Flaffy, they need another Flaffy. So 2 Flaffy is all they need for Electro Wheel and they win the game. Yep, they're gonna get their Flaffy now. Do they have 2 energy cards though? They need to discard another one. Because they actually use 2 special energies for their first Morpeko VMAX. But it's not a big deal. It's all they need is a Quick Ball and another energy card from their hand. Well, they need 2 energy cards though. They need a Quick Ball, 2 energy cards to be able to use Dynamotor twice. So I suppose if they have a Lightning energy, that's gonna help them though. Speed energy. Speed Lightning energy. Because you get to draw more cards. So it looks like they're gonna use Thunder Shock. So we should have kept that Birdkeeper, but they use a Marnie on it. So we have an Escape Rope. That's our only switch card in this deck. Let's hope it's a Tails. If it's a Heads, it would be bad. Okay, thank God. Thank God it's a Tails. I think we won. Did we win? Did we win? Oh, we win. Yay, we won. I can't believe we won. Because Morpeko is only 170 HP and we actually knock out the Flaffy as well. So we got 4 prize cards. Oh, that was lucky. Thank God. They should definitely have charged up their Morpeko, but even if they did, they can't actually do it fast enough, I don't think. Because they don't have switch cards. I don't think they have switch cards. They could add a few air balloons in their deck, and so all they need if they do that is another energy from their hand and Flaffy for that extra energy, air balloon for the switch, and they can use Electro Wheel. Very, very easy to knock us out, but for some reason they couldn't do it. So Marnie is bad. Marnie is just a bad card. Doesn't matter if you're using the promo card, doesn't matter if you're using the secret rare Marnie or whatever. Marnie is just, I don't know. Marnie is evil. Evil. She's evil. She's evil. Okay. We got Capacious Bucket and Darmanitan with Milo. Oh, I love this hand. I'm loving my hands. I'm loving my hands. I'm falling in love with my hand. No Intrepid Sword, please. No extra energy cards, please. Please, please, please. Don't attach one more. Don't. Please don't. Oh, thank God. But all they need is Metal Saucer though. Bronzong, Metal Saucer, attach from hand, and they're done. Oh my God, I hate Zacian. I hate Zacian. They definitely have a V-Union card. If they're playing Zacian plus V-Union, I'm gonna be super mad. Because you can't actually win that deck. You can't win that deck. I'm being a bit dramatic, but it's true. So I'm just gonna keep drawing. Whatever. They're probably gonna Marnie me 1000% Marnie on the first turn. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. I only have 2 Marnies in this deck, and this deck actually needs to discard very fast, so I'm not gonna Marnie the first turn unless I have to. If I have no choice, because Marnie actually ruins me all the time. Most of the time, it just destroys my hand, gives me shit cards, and then gives my opponent fabulous cards. Oh, they use a Peonia. So what are they gonna get? A Metal Saucer and energy card? No, they need 2 though. They need to evolve Metal Saucer and an energy. So I just use a path. I think that path is mine. Pretty sure that path is mine. So path to the peak means they can't actually draw with Intrepid Sword anymore. So Peonia, they better get a supporter card. They better get a supporter card with Peonia. I mean Peony, my bad. Sorry, Peony is the father of Peonia, if I'm not mistaken. So Peony helps them discard the V-Union card. They are playing V-Union, annoying V-Union. Master Blade does 340, knocking out any VMAX with 1 hit. For only 3 energies. So they are delayed by 1 turn, which is all it takes. That's all it takes. So we got Capacious Bucket, and we got a lot of stuff in the discard pile already, and we got our Alistair as well. That is fabulous. We have a Melanie, so let's just put an extra 1 in the discard pile. We can attach another, so let's not attach the colorless, because they can just fan of waves us. I hate fan of waves. So we have Air Balloon. They're definitely gonna Marnie us the next turn. Peony for Marnie, ugh. So they are playing V-Union, so Peony actually helps you discard, but that's not good because you are sacrificing so much of your other cards. They have Alistair as well. Why didn't they play Alistair? That's quite stupid actually. They should have played Alistair. I think they were trying to get a stadium card maybe? If they get their stadium card, then they can do a lot with Peony. I don't know. So we actually need that water energy card, so I'm just gonna Melanie. Is that smart? Yeah, let's just Melanie now. Okay, we're gonna attach to that one, prepare the next Vaporeon, and then Max Whiteout now. Oh, we are actually weak towards Zacian. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh my god, that's bad. We're weak towards Metal type. Oh my god, this is super bad. This is bad. We should have attacked with Max Torrent and tanked the damage. Okay, this is bad. This is... oh my... I didn't think. All they need is 1 energy card. Peonia. Please don't have that 1 energy. So apparently Path to the Peak is killing them a lot because they actually rely on Intrepid Sword. If they don't have Intrepid Sword, they can't draw cards. But they have supporter cards though. They can still use supporter cards. So Professor Burnett, they actually get to discard 2. They probably have 1 in the prize card. That is why they use their Peonia. And they probably got their V-Union card with Peonia. But no energy for the VMAX knockout. They only need 1 energy for the VMAX knockout. And they need so many things. They need that V-Union card. They need to discard their hand. They need to draw cards. They need that energy. They need too many things. They probably have no energy in the prize card. Let's hope. If they didn't have that energy on the 3 prize card that they selected, then they can't actually knock out the VMAX card. If they can though, then they can actually draw 3 prize cards. So it would actually be wiser to knock out the VMAX if you get your energy, which they probably didn't find anyways. Otherwise, they would have knocked it out. So we got no basic to start with. I think this may be the last game. If we win this game, this is gonna be the last game. I don't like ending on a loss, so let's just hope this is a win so that we can end it here. Because we are going on for an hour and 57 minutes already. Cricketune V. They could be playing anything with a Cricketune V. Cricketune Rose, Cricketune Rayquaza. Okay, it looks like it's a Rayquaza. There we go, Rayquaza. Okay, Rayquaza is scary because you actually need a lot. We need to be very, very fast. But they need their Flaffies though. They need Marips. If they don't get their Stormy Mountain in time, then that's gonna help us. But they probably are going to, so this is a bit scary. Quick Ball. There we go, a Marip. I would have discarded the Evolution Incense. Oh my gosh, they have that. Wow. 90 damage to one of your opponent. Oh wow, that's super smart. Because if your opponent, you don't need a boss order. With this one, you don't need a boss order. 90 damage only though. If you don't have your Passimian, it does only 90. If you have it, you do 120, but you're doing a lot with the Rayquaza anyway, so to collect the knockout, you actually don't need much. After getting your after doing your first max burst. So we're just gonna draw a lot of cards. I should actually use a Crobat. Oh well. Yeah, I should have used a Crobat. But we're using Milo anyways. I don't think we can use a Crobat. So let's get let's draw cards actually. Let's get another one and then draw more cards into our hand. Put that into our hand just because they're probably gonna Marnie us, so let's draw more cards. We need our VMAX card. If we get a VMAX, that would be great. We don't need discards anymore. We do need one more discard actually. If they Marnie, that would be helping us actually. If they don't Marnie us, I think we're gonna have to use a research. Because we need that VMAX card. No VMAX is gonna be bad for us if we don't get a VMAX. It may actually be wiser not to use that Evolution Incense for Darmanitan. To discard Darmanitan later because we actually need to evolve Vaporeon. Okay, they use a Marnie. That might be good. Vaporeon, evolving it is more pressing to evolve your Vaporeon than to discard your VMAX card. But they're gonna Marnie us, so if they Marnie us, we can't use Evolution Incense on the next turn anyways. That is very interesting. You know, I've never seen people use this scroll with Rayquaza. Oh my god, Rapid Strike Rayquaza with the scroll. That is so interesting. They better have a Passimian. Because 90 damage is not gonna do a lot. 90 damage is not enough. 120 might be enough. We're not gonna use a Melanie. Path is not gonna help us anymore. They can actually knock us out, so that's bad. Oh, they choose not to. Wow. Interesting. So should we use a Marnie? We definitely have to use Crobat. So Crobat for the VMAX card, ooh, This is bad. This is so bad. We need one more discard. So I'm just gonna shuffle the deck, see how many quick balls I have. We need one quick ball. We need that one quick ball. So no Azure Pulse. Let's hope that hurts them a little bit. No exciting stage as well. So we got no energy. We got... Oh, we shouldn't have done that actually because we have a Melanie. We have a Melanie in our deck. In our hand just now. So I'm just gonna get that one just because... Oh my god, this is so bad. I should have retreated with that thing. Oh well. Yeah, we're not gonna win this one. Oh my god, this is so bad. But if we have a Melanie, we can't actually use it the next turn unless we attach to that one. If we attach to our Vaporeon active, then we can Melanie the next turn. Yeah, that would have been smarter. It would have been smarter to keep that Melanie in my hand. Rather than blindly use the Marnie. If they don't kill us though, that might be something. Okay, they're gonna kill us now. Yeah, I don't want to play this game anymore. Let's just go for another one. I don't think you can win a Rayquaza with your Bubble Pod. Bubble Pod is too slow. Rayquaza is it does a one-hit knockout. If they are doing a one-hit knockout to your VMAX, you can't actually do anything because you're passing the turn summoning a Pokemon. You're not doing an attack. And then on your next turn, you're attacking with another VMAX. So if they knock out your second VMAX, which is your first attacker, if you knock out your first attacker, then you're gone. You lose the game. Because you actually passed the turn using Bubble Pod. So this deck is quite slow, but it's fun, you know, it's an interesting deck because we're trying to make Bubble Pod work. And this heavy attacker, we're trying to charge it up as fast as we can. Without Melanie, without Frostlass, without your Frostmoth as well. So we finally got all full discards again. That's good. Up against Zacian, classic Zacian again. Let's hope they have no energy with Intrepid Sword. And if we get Path to the Peak in time, that would be great. No Bronzor, please. No Bronzor. So Shopping Mall allows them to get Cape of Toughness, switch for Brave Blade, Rusted Sword, switch for Air Balloon, or anything they want with their Zacian Tool card. So we got a lot of energy cards. Capacious Bucket is a good card because it helps you so much. Alistair for mad discards. And then that one, and then that one. We actually have to get another Vaporeon because that Vaporeon is dying. But that's okay because we have another one ready to go. We have triple draw to help us. We are weak towards metal type though, so that's super bad. Crystal Cave. Can we win this one? I'm pretty sure we can if we try hard enough. If we have a Melanie, we can win this game. All we need is a Melanie. So they already have 6 cards in their hand. I think they had 5 and they drew some, I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention. So we got Bubble Pod finally. But they got their first knockout already. They can just switch retreat. Oh, they have a Duraludon with the scroll. That's interesting. Scroll of the Fang Dragon. So we're gonna use a Marnie on them. Should we use a Marnie on them? Definitely. So we just need Melanie and that discard. There we go. We got a Melanie. All we need is that discard and a Crobat. Let's get a Crobat now, actually. Let's get a Vaporeon. And then KIV that Crobat. Because if we get a Crobat, they're probably gonna Marnie us. If they see us having that, you know, such a fabulous hand, they're definitely gonna Marnie us. They may even use a Marnie now. You never know. But at least they can't attack for one turn, so at least we have that. If we can use a Melanie, at least we have Max Torrent. We can tank another turn. Unless they use their... We need our Path to the Peak now because they're playing Zamazenta. Unless they get a boss order knock us out, then our Bubble Pot would be completely useless. If they switch retreat and boss order, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Scroll of the Fang Dragon, 300 damage. Okay. We're definitely attacking with Darmanitan now. Because all we need is one hit. If we have a Path to the Peak, then we are attacking with Darmanitan. If we don't have it, we are attacking with it regardless because it actually does more. 60 damage to all of them, and then all we need is to max torrent 3 V cards. If that is a VMAX, then we can't actually do anything. Are they gonna attack this turn? Another Zacian. Oh, they kicked out one path already. We only have that one last one. So it could be in our prize card, it could be in our deck. Let's hope it's in our deck, and let's hope we get it with a Crobat. Oh my god, they did it. Damn it, they did it. I don't think they can do that again though. Use like two switches in a row. That's madness. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Let's get a Crobat. Okay, internet disconnecting. Let's reconnect the internet first. I'm gonna reconnect now. Come on, reconnect. Okay. Okay. Crobat. Since we are putting a V card, might as well put everything down. Okay, we got an escape rope. Should we use an escape rope? They're just gonna put their Zamazenta. So let's see what we get first. Okay, we got a path. So let's use an escape rope then. I'm gonna use escape rope. And then telescopic sight. Attach that one. I don't think they can hit my bench. Pass to the peak. Attach that one just to be safe. Or maybe this one. I don't know. Let's just leave it. So we do 60 to all the bench. If they retreat though, if they somehow can miraculously retreat with a switch card, Research, Birdkeeper, Marnie, Air Balloon, Escape Rope, whatever, then they can actually knock us out with one hit. Escape Rope, Boss Order. That Zacian is madness. If we get a Boss Order, we are killing that Zacian first, because it is the killer card that we have to get off the board. But if we knock it out, we can't actually do much either, because all they need is 2 Metal Saucers and a Bronzong. But if they don't kill their Bronzong in time, oh thank God we didn't attach that one. Thank God we haven't attached that one. So we're gonna use Vaporeon, I think. I don't think it's smart to use Vaporeon though. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. I don't really care anymore. Max Whiteout again. All we need is one more Max Whiteout though. One more Max Whiteout. So we may actually use a Bubble Pod. If they don't have a Boss Order, they're gonna Boss Order anyway, so after the Zacian, they're gonna Boss Order. So if we attack with this one, then they're just gonna knock it out with the Duraludon. So I don't think we have a choice. Yeah, we have no choice other than to get out the... We do have 2 Boss Order in this deck, so if we have Boss Order, we can actually knock out anything. But we can't though. We need to knock out 3. We need 3 prize cards, so we definitely need to use Bubble Pod. Bubble Pod for another hit, Telescopic Sight hit. That is enough to knock out the Crobat unless they put that as the active. But they have no cards in their hand. They can't use Intrepid Sword, but they have 3 prize cards though. They drew 3 prize cards. They can use Scroll of the Fang Dragon with that single strike energy. Oh my god. Bronzong is all they need. If they have a Bronzong, we're dead. Oh my god. Oh, we killed the Bronzor. Okay, we killed the Bronzor. That's good. We killed the Bronzor. Okay, I'm happy. We're not doing too bad here. And should we attach the energy? We don't have much energy cards to spare left. We have a Boss Order. So if they evolve that one, it's 330 though. So 330, we can't actually knock it out with Max Torrent. We have to use we have to use Bubble Pod. This is crazy. We have to use another Bubble Pod. And we need Telescopic Sight. We need that extra energy, Telescopic Sight and Boss Order. If they Marnie us, we're gonna be dead. If they kill us with a Boss Order, we're gonna be dead before we get to attack at all. Oh my god, Crystal Cave. 200 is enough to knock you out though. If I have a Boss Order, you're dead. It comes down to that Marnie. Do they have a Marnie? Do they have a Boss Order or Marnie? One Boss Order down. I'm not sure why they have that few supporter cards. I suppose they're relying on their Intrepid Sword and Pokemon's ability to draw cards. Bronzong, you don't actually need a lot of supporter cards if you're playing Bronzong, but here comes Research. So they didn't play Marnie. They didn't play Boss Order, no Marnie. That saved us. So if they play Escape Rope though, all they need is Escape Rope. All they need is Escape Rope, really. Because they can kill anything for that one last prize card. This is madness. They don't need Bronzong, they just need Zacian. Because Bronzong actually helps you do your Super Strong Slash. Single Strike Scroll of the Fang Dragon, Super Strong Slash. But it's not enough. They need 5 energy cards. Unless they have a Raihan. Raihan doesn't help them. Or Energy Switch. They need Energy Switch. So do they have an energy switch? That is the only way they can kill us. We have a boss order in hand. Everything is ready to go. We don't need to strike that one. We don't need to knock out that one. Do they have an energy switch? That is the determining factor. If they can't knock us out this turn, they are dead. They are done. Oh my gosh, my heart is beating like crazy. Okay, we won the game. Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was... Okay, we have to be very careful here. We have to be very, very careful here. Because you're very likely to F up at the last moment of the game. So make sure you don't. Because if you do, everything is going to be screwed. Okay, we got to do it. We bubble pod twice and we knocked out the bench. Crobat V for a 3-prize draw, and we won the game. 3-prize knockout. We won the game with a Zacian, knocking out 2 Zacians and 1 Crobat V with our max whiteout. All we need to do is to do 2 max whiteout hits. We actually did 3 max whiteout hits. 2 to knock out a Zacian and 1 to knock out the bench Crobat V and another Zacian. So that's all for this deck. It's called the Gutter Slash. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It features our Vaporeon VMAX with the max torrent attack and also the main the star attack of this card, which is Bubble Pod, allowing you to put a water Pokemon from your discard pile, any water Pokemon, stage 2, stage 1 VMAX Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench directly and attach up to 3 water energy card from your discard pile to it. So we are intending on playing our Darmanitan VMAX with Bubble Pod and attaching 3 energy cards to it, and then use a Melanie or attach another energy from our hand. If they use a Crushing Hammer, we at least have that Melanie to recover that energy card from our discard pile. We only have 1 copy of Melanie, so it's important to note that, you know, make sure you use it at the right time, use it sparingly. We also have 2 copies of Boss Order in this deck. The main killer card is Boss Order, that is why we need 2 copies of that card. We have our Alistair, Milo, and Research to discard our water energy cards. I think we only have 1 boss order, my bad. So only 1 boss order in this deck is okay. Boss order is super strong, but only 1 is enough sometimes. So we have 14 energy cards and 2 capacious buckets to draw them out so that we get to discard them, collect them in the discard pile as early on as the first turn, so that we get to use Bubble Pod on our second turn and attack with max whiteout on our third turn. It is a very, very slow deck. That is why you need to discard early on already in your first turn. You need to discard at least 2 energy cards or at least a Darmanitan VMAX already in your discard pile. If you have it in the discard pile already, then on your second turn, all you need to do is evolve, discard another 2 energy cards, and then you're ready to go for your Bubble Pod, your first Bubble Pod. You can actually use your Bubble Pod another time if you need to. Later on in the game, as you saw earlier, we actually get to knock out a Zacian and another Crobat on their bench with our second Bubble Pod. So this is how strong your Bubble Pod attack is, because all you need to do is hope that they don't draw their boss orders in time, because if they get their boss order, they can actually collect the knockout. Your bench Vaporeon VMAX is going to be heavily damaged after using your Bubble Pod. If they don't use an electric type, they can actually knock out your Vaporeon VMAX with 1 hit. That is why it's good to have your Vaporeon tanking damage while using your Bubble Pod, and then using your Darmanitan VMAX for the knockout hit, to strike twice with your Voidout before it gets knocked out, and then use your Max Torrent. We are using our Max Torrent as well. Max Torrent allows you to do 200 damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it. We are damaging all of their Pokemon with our Max Whiteout. Do 30 damage to all of your opponent's bench Pokemon with this effect. And we also have our Telescopic Sight to do more damage, and if we do 2 Max Whiteout hits, we can actually knock out a Ice Rider or a low HP VMAX Pokemon, Ice Rider Calyrex, Shadow Rider Calyrex, or even a Rayquaza VMAX with a Max Torrent after doing 2 hits of Max Whiteout with Telescopics on. So if we have Telescopic Sight on our Darmanitan, we can do up to 120 damage on their bench VMAX Pokemon. That means all we need is 200 more damage with our Vaporeon VMAX, Max Torrent to collect the knockout, the VMAX knockout, with our VMAX card. So that's how strong this deck is. We also have a lot of switch cards in this deck. 1 Escape Rope, 2 Air Balloons, and 1 Bird Keeper. So 2 Air Balloon, 1 Keeper, 1 Bird Keeper, and 1 Escape Rope allows us to switch out that Vaporeon VMAX because it is 2 energy retreat cost. After switching it out, we actually get to attack with our max whiteout. If we need to switch out our Darmanitan, we actually have our Bird Keeper and Escape Rope for it. But we can't be attaching our air balloon to Darmanitan obviously because we need telescopic sight. So Darmanitan doesn't actually get to retreat that often, that easily as opposed to your Vaporeon VMAX, but that's okay because it is our main attacker after all. We want to be attacking and as often as we can with this card, and we also need it in the active spot as much as possible. So if they are playing metal type, it's gonna be bad for us because, you know, your Darmanitan, the main attacker, is weak towards metal type. That's super bad. If they are playing lightning type, it's not that bad because we are not attacking with our Vaporeon. We are attacking more times with our Darmanitan than our Max Tauren. Max Tauren doesn't actually do much either. If they play a Duraludon VMAX, you can't actually knock it out with 2 hits of Max Whiteout and a Max Tauren. So 330 damage, 330 HP is actually enough to avoid the knockout hit with your Max Tauren attack. So that's how weak your Max Tauren is. We also have Path to the Peak in this deck to avoid the Glaceon VMAX's ability and their Zamazenta V to be able to hit damage on their VMAX Pokemon. And or their Decidueye, it actually doesn't work against Decidueye, my bad. So if they play Decidueye Altaria, we can't actually do any damage with this deck. But that's okay because we are not targeting those decks. We are not targeting those cards with this deck. This deck is only mainly for decks that don't use those Miraculous Charm or Deep Forest Camo abilities. So that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We are also using one Sonia, 4 Quick Balls, and 2 Capture Energies to bring out our basic Pokemon because we need our Vaporeon, at least 2 Vaporeons in play so that if they knock out 1 active Pokemon, we at least have another one to spare for our Bubble Pod on the next turn because we need to use Bubble Pod as early on as our second turn. And we also need to have 2 basic Pokemon in play on our first turn because otherwise they're gonna knock us out on the next turn and they can actually win the game if we don't have any other basic Pokemons on our bench to put as the new active. So that's all for this deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's called the Gutter Slash deck. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, and fulfilling in any way. We'll see you on the next video. Have a nice day, and we're signing up now. Bye, guys!